pray and get to know him through his word, and ask him to help you and guide you, and to open up, your eyes and your heart to what he has to say in his word. It's not difficult. People complicate God. God does not complicate God. People complicate him. Don't listen to people. Um, so that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the gospel right there. I mean, obviously there's more to the Bible than when I'm reading it, but this is the heart and soul of the Bible. Our old nature died with Christ on the cross and was buried with him. You're forgiven. Then, in parentheses, then through putting our faith in that finished work, we were resurrected to a new life. So you're forgiven, and once you've accepted that, and forgiveness is not a feeling. You could be forgiven and not feel forgiven. You could be set free and feel quite the opposite. Like, feelings are so fleeting, they're up and down, day and night. I mean, I know we're humans, and we get caught up in things, but no. So, and like I said, after that, then we were resurrected to a new life. Which means, now, after you've repented and you've acknowledged God. So, now that means that the sin nature, those chains are popped. That means that you're out of your spiritual prison. Now sin has no more hold over you. That doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect and never ever do anything wrong again. That just means that, again, you crossed over from law to grace. So now, when you fall, as long as it's not willful, when you fall, you have grace. God, at that point, God just doesn't want to condemn you. God doesn't want to condemn anybody at any point, but people don't want to. But once you cross over from the world to God, now you're God's child, and now you're under grace, and so God God will bring you through a process that is right for you. I can't tell you what that process is going to be. My process is different from anybody's process. It's a personal relationship. But God knows exactly what you need and when you need it, and he knows exactly how to take care of you. He's God of the universe. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on. So at that point, sin no longer has any control over you. It doesn't mean you won't sin. But, now, like I said, you're under grace. So now God will, help you. And now at that point, he just wants to help you. He knows you're going to fall. He's expecting. Like, God knows every sin you'll ever commit. I'm talking to you, my daughter, personally. I'm not talking to everybody. I'm not talking generally. When I say you at this specific time, I'm talking to you. God knows every sin that you've committed yesterday, the day before, up to this point, and to the last second of your life. He knows everything. So once you belong to God and you sin, obviously you don't want to get into a willful habit of sinning and just using grace as an excuse to sin, because that's, I mean, come on, you're not in it for that. But God knows everything. He knows every time you'll fall, but he just wants to help you at that point. You're not condemned. He's not sitting there and just pointing his finger at you and this and that. At that point, he just wants to help you because you've accepted him, and that's your purpose in life, is to accept his son. That's your real purpose, is to accept his son. Because if you don't accept his son, you don't have access to God. So the only way to get access to God is to accept that finished work on the cross. Is the gospel, is what I told, and what I was explaining to you. And I believe that's found in 1 Corinthians. I'll let you know in another video where you could find. But I'm saying, like, you could download it's called the Bible app. I don't know, you got iPhone or Android, whatever app store, whatever. I mean, whatever your application store is called, go there, download it. It's a little brown it's an icon. It says the Holy Bible. It's brown, and just download it, and it's a real nice thing to have, and it's there if you need it. So obviously, if you have a relationship with God, you should get a real Bible so you can study it and pray and really read and mark it up and whatever. Um, and don't let anybody discourage you. Don't let anybody. I mean, if this is what you decide to do, and I really suggest you do, because it's your livelihood really depends on this. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm really not, but there's so much more going on than just the world out here. There's more to life than cell phones and cars and a career. I'm not, those things could be nice, but there's more to the picture. And, you know, of course, nobody's saying don't live your life down here. Absolutely, you're down here. You should do those things. But what I'm saying is people get caught up and they get too comfortable in this world and they make this world their home. This world is not our home. We're just passing through here, you know? So I'm just having this conversation with you. Like I said, I'm just making a video. So, all right, so that's death, burial, and resurrection. I'm sorry. And like I said, you can look at Romans chapter 10, verse 9 and 10. You can look at that too. Um, so yeah, I mean, and if you look at a Bible and think to yourself, well, I'm not gonna be able to understand this. Well, I mean, like I said, just keep seeking God, and God will reveal stuff to you. Um, you know, so I mean, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's pretty much. Oh yeah, and concerning this chip, I know this video is really unorganized, but I'm definitely not gonna redo it. I can't redo. I mean, it'll take me forever. I mean, come on now. It's already up to 25 minutes. Um, it's gonna take me just probably over a couple hours just to download this video. But that's fine. That's cool. I mean, definitely. I mean, if you're seeing these videos, oh, it's worthwhile. I mean, I'd make a video that's 5 hours and download it or up.